good morning and welcome to another episode of the Morning Expresso by the Indian Express. My name is Rahil Philippos and here is today's big story. Noting that there are definite and proved allegations that complaints by victims of violence following the West Bengal Assembly polls were not registered, the Calcutta High Court has called for a CBI investigation into alleged cases of murder, rape, and attempted rape as flagged by a committee whose members were selected by the NHRC chairperson. Meanwhile, amidst rapidly unfolding events following the Taliban takeover in Afghanistan, India has flagged heightened activity of the proscribed Haqqani network and said other Pakistan-based terrorist groups such as the Lashkar-e-Toiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed continue to operate with impunity and encouragement. Addressing the United Nations Security Council, External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar said the events in Afghanistan have naturally enhanced global concerns about their implications for both regional and international security. Here are our top stories from the front page. Bihar leader of opposition Tejaswi Yadav will accompany Chief Minister Nitish Kumar in an all-party delegation that will meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi on August 23rd to ask for a caste-based census. This will be the first time that Nitish Kumar and Tejaswi Yadav share a platform. All parties in Bihar, barring the BJP, have demanded a count of caste numbers in the 2021 census. While the central government has so far refused to accede the demand, some BJP leaders, including Bihar Deputy CM Renu Yadav, have backed the demand for a census. Meanwhile, over a year after gangster Vikas Dubey and 5 others were killed in a series of encounters with the UP police, a 3-member judicial commission formed on the direction of the Supreme Court tabled its report in the State Assembly clearing the police action. The commission also concluded that there was enough evidence that Dubey and his gang were patronized by local police, revenue and administrative officials and recommended an inquiry against the erring public servants. Linking India's growth to the rate of vaccinations, Fitch Group company India Ratings revised down its GDP forecast for the Indian economy to 9.4% in 2021-22 from its earlier estimate of 9.6%. Muted wage growth, rise in health expenditure and a decline in household savings coupled with higher consumer inflation are expected to weigh on consumption and hence economic growth, it said. And now, here are some of our must-reads. A missing cricket roller has pitched the Indian cricketer Parvez Rasool in a bizarre battle with the Jammu and Kashmir Cricket Association. The JKCA issued a notice to Rasool asking him to return the roller or face police action. In his response, Rasool denied ever having taken the roller and asked administrators whether this was the way an international cricketer who had given his life and soul to J&K cricket should be treated. Meanwhile, in Pune, Mayur Munde, a BJP worker, was forced to remove a bust of Prime Minister Narendra Modi from a temple he had set up to honor the Prime Minister after he was pulled up by Central Party leadership in Delhi. Munde claims he worships the PM and the temple would also enable other followers of his to seek his blessings. His actions drew sharp criticism from both opposition parties as well as local BJP leaders. 3 months ago, 9-year-old Ritiksha from Karnataka penned an open letter seeking help to find her deceased mother's cell phone. On Thursday, the Karnataka police finally handed the phone over to the young girl after months of searching. The cell phone, which belonged to her late mother who succumbed to COVID-19 in May, was recovered from a hospital godown. Assam's infamous detention centers where foreigners are often held in poor conditions will now officially be known as transit camps. A state government official said that the change in nomenclature was Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma's idea to humanize detention centers. And finally, in an interview with the Indian Express, Indian hockey team captain Manpreet Singh talks about overcoming COVID in the months leading up to the games, coming together as a team, the heart-stopping final 6 seconds against Germany in the bronze medal match, and writing a new chapter of history for the sport's most successful Olympic nation.